We've become much more aware of this over the past decade, though food waste and food loss has been an issue with the United Nations back to the 1970s. And even from the founding of the UN, they realized that food was not always making it to its eventual purpose, which was to feed people.
Did the pandemic make things worse when you look at how the supply chains were affected, farmers around the world, and also separately, were people just too nervous when the pandemic arrived? They went to the stores and bought everything out because of fears that they would run out of food.
Yeah, the research that we've looked at suggests that COVID had some interesting effects on individuals, particularly in developed economies. So you had some people, obviously, who lost jobs, became food insecure. There were some hiccups in the supply chain where food was not being pushed through the supply chain quickly. And then we had some bare shelves. But people started cooking more at home, becoming a little bit more organized with their home meal planning. And we think that some people are doing a better job managing their food in their homes and perhaps wasting less on a day-to-day basis.
Do you think we've learned more over the years about how to get food to more vulnerable populations?
It's always a struggle. Some simple ways to do this, obviously, are to provide resources to those who are the low income through additional expenditures in the United States through SNAP and things like that to help them access food at the normal food outlets. And obviously, our emergency food systems, our food pantries and the like, have really stepped up during times. But we have to get them access to food through normal food channels as well.
So when you look at bigger solutions, or when you're considering bigger solutions, we see what the Chinese government is doing there. What does it take? Does it take governments, companies, stores? Where does it begin?
It does take a systems approach to understand this. Consumers are a great source, but they're also oftentimes fighting an uphill battle. They have retailers who want to sell them a lot of food. They've got maybe waste systems that aren't organized for them. They've got very large packages, sometimes very confusing label dates, and they don't know quite what to do with the food or whether that date on the label implies quality or safety. So it's a systems level approach that is needed to help solve this systems level problem.
And Brian, what can the average person do at home? For you and I compost at my house, but is that enough? What can all of us do to help?
There are lots of little things you can do. Shop your fridge first before you go to the grocery store or place your online order. Meal planning is very important to allow you to understand exactly what you need. Understand those date labels. Most date labels, the dates on them, refer to peak quality and typically not safety. So unless you're working with deli meats or soft cheeses, typically those dates are more about the quality of the food rather than the safety of the food.